Picture this: you're alone in an ancient, abandoned mansion. Every shadow whispers secrets, every corner hides a mystery, and the chilling atmosphere seems to hold you captive. Welcome to The Whispering Shadows, where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, and every moment keeps you on the edge of your seat. In this video, we'll unravel the eerie and mysterious tale of Blackthorn Manor, a place shrouded in darkness and haunted by whispers of the past. You'll discover the spine-chilling history, the ghostly figures trapped within its walls, and the terrifying secrets that have remained hidden for centuries. Why should you watch till the end? Because we'll delve into lesser-known facts and events that make this story even more haunting. From mysterious disappearances to rare insights you won't find anywhere else, there's much to uncover. So, stay with us as we journey into the heart of darkness. Welcome to Chills and Thrills. If you crave spine-tingling stories and eerie mysteries, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of thrill seekers. Now, let's dive into the shadows. Before we talk about the chilling events that unfold, let's set the scene. Picture a dense forest, shrouded in mist and filled with the haunting calls of nocturnal creatures. This forest, known as Ravenwood, is home to the ancient and decrepit Blackthorn Manor. The mansion stands at the heart of the forest, its dark, ivy-covered walls barely visible through the thick foliage. Once a grand estate, Blackthorn Manor now lies in ruins, its windows shattered and its doors hanging off their hinges. Nestled at the edge of this foreboding forest is the quaint village of Hollowbrook. The villagers speak in hushed tones about Blackthorn Manor, sharing tales of ghostly apparitions and mysterious disappearances. According to local legend, the manor was once the home of the wealthy Blackthorn family, who vanished without a trace over a century ago. Some say their spirits still wander the halls, trapped in an eternal limbo. Enter Ethan, an adventurous young man with a thirst for the unknown. Fascinated by the stories surrounding Blackthorn Manor, Ethan decides to explore the mansion himself. Despite the villagers' warnings and the palpable sense of dread that surrounds the forest, he is determined to uncover the truth behind the legends. Ethan's journey to Blackthorn Manor is fraught with eerie encounters and unsettling whispers, drawing him deeper into the heart of the mystery. As he steps through the mansion's decaying entrance, he knows there's no turning back. Before we talk about the terrifying events that unfold within Blackthorn Manor, let's first set the scene with Ethan's arrival. On a stormy night, the village of Hollowbrook is bathed in darkness, the only light coming from occasional flashes of lightning that illuminate the rain-soaked streets. Ethan, drenched and shivering, trudges into the village, his eyes wide with curiosity and determination. Despite the villagers' warnings, Ethan's fascination with the legends of Blackthorn Manor drives him forward. The locals tell him stories of ghostly apparitions and eerie whispers, but his desire to uncover the truth outweighs his fear. Ignoring their cautious glances, he sets off toward the foreboding forest of Ravenwood. The journey to Blackthorn Manor is fraught with an eerie atmosphere. As Ethan walks deeper into the forest, the trees seem to close in around him, their branches creaking and groaning in the wind. Shadows dance in the corners of his vision, and the whispers of the wind take on an almost human quality, as if the forest itself is alive and watching him. Each step brings Ethan closer to the mansion, and the sense of dread grows stronger. The path becomes increasingly overgrown, and the air is thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. As the ancient, ivy-covered walls of Blackthorn Manor come into view, Ethan takes a deep breath, steeling himself for the horrors that await within. Before we talk about the spine-chilling events that occur within Blackthorn Manor, let's take a closer look at Ethan's first impressions of the mansion. Standing before the dark and imposing structure, Ethan can't help but feel a shiver run down his spine. The hollow windows stare back at him like empty, soulless eyes, and the front door, barely hanging on its rusted hinges, creaks ominously in the wind. As Ethan steps inside, he's immediately struck by the thick layer of dust that coats every surface. Each step he takes is accompanied by the groaning protest of the floorboards beneath his feet. The air is thick with the scent of old wood and decay, a musty odor that seems to seep into his very bones. Blackthorn Manor was once the grand home of the affluent Blackthorn family, known for their wealth and influence in the region. However, over a century ago, the family mysteriously vanished without a trace. The villagers of Hollowbrook have passed down tales of their disappearance, with some believing that the family was cursed, while others whisper of darker, more sinister forces at play. As Ethan explores the decaying mansion, he can almost feel the weight of its tragic history pressing down on him, the whispers of the past echoing through the empty halls. Before we talk about the heart-pounding events that unfold, let's delve into Ethan's exploration of Blackthorn Manor. As he ventures deeper into the mansion, the eerie presence around him becomes palpable. The silence is deafening, broken only by the occasional creak of the old floorboards beneath his feet. The air feels heavy, almost oppressive, as if the mansion itself is alive and watching his every move. Ethan's eyes are drawn to the faded portraits lining the walls. Once proud depictions of the Blackthorn family, the images are now cracked and worn, their expressions almost accusatory. As he passes by, it seems as though the eyes in the portraits follow him, adding to the growing sense of unease. Suddenly, a faint whisper breaks the silence, "Leave this place." Ethan freezes, his heart pounding in his chest. The voice is barely audible, yet it sends a shiver down his spine. He looks around, but sees nothing out of the ordinary. Determined to uncover the truth, he takes a deep breath and continues exploring, despite the whispers growing louder and more insistent. With each step, the atmosphere becomes more oppressive, the whispers now a cacophony of voices urging him to leave. Ethan's resolve wavers, but his curiosity and determination drive him forward. He knows that turning back now would mean leaving the mystery unsolved, and he is not one to back down from a challenge. Before we talk about the terrifying encounters Ethan faces, let's delve into his exploration of a large room within Blackthorn Manor. As he pushes open a heavy, groaning door, he steps into a vast, dimly lit room. The furniture, once opulent and elegant, is now shrouded in dusty, tattered sheets. A cold fireplace stands at one end, its empty hearth a stark reminder of the warmth that once filled the mansion. The atmosphere is thick with a sense of foreboding. Shadows flicker at the edges of the room, moving unnaturally as if they have a life of their own. Ethan's pulse quickens as he feels an eerie presence watching him, the sensation of unseen eyes following his every move. As he cautiously advances into the room, the shadows seem to grow bolder, creeping closer and swirling around him. He feels an inexplicable force pulling him down, his limbs growing heavy as if weighed down by an invisible hand. The whispers that have haunted him since his arrival become clearer, their voices now a chorus of desperate pleas and sinister warnings. Ethan struggles to maintain his composure, fear gripping his heart. Yet, despite the overwhelming sense of dread, his curiosity and determination to uncover the mansion's secrets drive him forward. He knows that turning back now is not an option, as the shadows and whispers continue to close in around him. Before we talk about the harrowing experiences that Ethan faces next, let's delve into the transformation of the shadows. As Ethan stands frozen in the large room, the flickering shadows begin to take shape, coalescing into ghostly figures with hollow, empty eyes that seem to pierce his soul. The air grows colder, and a chilling silence falls over the room, broken only by the faint whispers that now seem to come from the spectral forms themselves. The ghostly figures slowly advance, their ethereal forms shimmering in the dim light. Ethan's heart races as he realizes that these apparitions are not mere figments of his imagination. They reveal themselves as the souls of the Blackthorn family, forever trapped within the confines of the mansion. Their expressions are a mixture of sorrow and despair, their hollow eyes reflecting the torment of their eternal imprisonment. Ethan's mind races as he pieces together the mansion's dark history. The whispered warnings, the haunting presence, and the ghostly figures all point to a tragic fate that befell the once wealthy Blackthorn family. The weight of this realization presses down on him, and panic begins to set in. He can feel the desperation and anguish of the trapped souls, their pleas for release echoing in his ears. Despite the growing terror, Ethan knows he must find a way to escape the mansion and uncover the truth behind the Blackthorn family's curse. The spectral figures continue to surround him, their hollow eyes watching his every move as he searches for a way out. Before we talk about the haunting aftermath, let's focus on Ethan's desperate attempt to leave Blackthorn Manor. As he makes his way toward the exit, a sudden gust of wind slams the door shut with a deafening bang. Panic surges through him as he frantically tries to open the door, but it refuses to budge. The ghostly figures, now more desperate than ever, surround him, their hollow eyes filled with sorrow. They plead for help, their voices a cacophony of anguish and despair. Ethan struggles to ignore their cries as he searches for another way out, his heart pounding in his chest. Determined to escape, Ethan dashes through the mansion's darkened halls, his footsteps echoing off the walls. The shadows seem to close in around him, their cold, spectral hands grasping at his clothes and pulling him back. He can feel their icy touch on his skin, their whispers growing louder and more urgent. In a final, desperate effort, Ethan spots a window partially covered by heavy drapes. He throws the drapes aside and shoves the window open, the cool night air rushing in. With one last glance at the ghostly figures, he pulls himself through the window and tumbles to the ground outside. Breathing heavily, Ethan scrambles to his feet and runs toward the edge of the forest, the whispers fading into the distance. As he reaches the safety of the village, he turns back to look at Blackthorn Manor one last time. The dark, hollow windows seem to watch him, and he vows never to return to the haunted mansion that nearly claimed his life. As we conclude the eerie tale of The Whispering Shadows, let's reflect on Ethan's harrowing journey. From his arrival in the stormy village of Hollowbrook to his desperate escape from Blackthorn Manor, we witnessed a story filled with spine-chilling moments and supernatural encounters. The mansion's dark history, the ghostly figures of the Blackthorn family, and the haunting whispers all combined to create an unforgettable experience. Ethan's adventure highlighted themes of curiosity and bravery, as he ventured into the unknown despite the warnings and the growing sense of dread. His determination to uncover the truth and his eventual realization of the mansion's dark secrets serve as a testament to the power of human resilience and the unrelenting pursuit of knowledge. But the story also delves into the supernatural, reminding us of the thin veil between our world and the unknown. It leaves us pondering the existence of spirits and the lingering presence of those who have passed. Could there be more to these tales than mere legend? As we leave you with these thoughts, remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Chills and Thrills, for more spine-tingling stories and eerie mysteries. Until next time, stay curious and stay brave.